Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Tomorrow the waiting is over. Tomorrow the Stanley Cup Playoffs will start. 4 games will be on tomorrow. The first will be at 7 Eastern, so 1 a.m. my time here in Munich, Germany. So I will most likely not watch the playoffs live, but I will follow as much as I can because I'm very interested in it, and let's see what happens. It will be definitely a war in all 4 corners of the bracket. So all 4 divisions, and let's see who comes out then at the bottom. I will make my predictions today. I'm wearing Ottawa. Yeah, they are not in the playoffs, but 2 years ago for this bracket I wore Rangers. The Rangers made the playoffs last year. Last year I was wearing Devils. The Devils made the playoffs this year. So let's see if I can jinx the Senators into a playoff spot next year. My honorable mentions for making the playoffs next year, see on each side of me. But enough about that, let's get into the bracket. So here it is, let's get it on, my bracket for the 2023 Stanley Cup Playoffs. I have the Atlantic here, the Met, the Pacific and the Central. So let's go through all matchups. In the Atlantic, the first matchup will be Boston against Florida. Boston with a fantastic season and Florida just made it into the playoffs. I think there will be no chance Florida scores this upset. Boston to the second round. The rematch of last year is Toronto against Tampa. Last year the Lightning won in 7. I think this year finally is the year that the Leafs make it out of the first round for the first time in 19 years. I will cheer for them definitely, and let's see how it turns out. I think if the Leafs want to win it, they have to win it latest in 6. If it goes to Game 7, it will most likely go Tampa's way, but I think the Leafs this time they can do it and win it in 5. Oh, and Boston, I pick them as well in 5. On the Met side, it is definitely harder to predict. We have Carolina against the New York Islanders. The Hurricanes, yeah, they won the division, but their months of March and April were really not that good. And the Islanders went on a pretty good run to get into the playoffs. There, I'm picking my first upset. I'm picking the Islanders in 6. Devils against Rangers. And yeah, for the second round, definitely a New York internal matchup. Donnell will love it. I'm pretty sure about that. Hey Donnell, how are you doing? Devils against Rangers, yeah. The younger team or the more experienced team, it's definitely hard. It will go to 7. Can the Rangers really win Game 7 at the Rock? Yeah, they can, but the Devils can win as well. This is definitely, I think, a coin flip. But I think in the end, the Rangers will make it into the second round. Out in the West, we have Vegas against Winnipeg. The Knights had a very good season. The Jets just made it into the playoffs, but they ended on a very good note. And I think Winnipeg has the ability to beat Vegas. The Jets in 6. Edmonton against the Los Angeles Kings. The Oilers on a fantastic run. They will be very hard to stop. And the Kings were not that good in the last 6-8 weeks. I take the Oilers in 5. Colorado and Seattle. The reigning Stanley Cup champion against the new guys on the block. Seattle had a very good run. They have absolutely no pressure. Not at all. Can they take Colorado out or take them to the limits? I think they can take them to the limits. But in the end, the Avalanche should win. I say Colorado in 7. And we have Dallas against Minnesota. I will definitely be rooting for Minnesota in this one. I'm sorry to anybody who's a Dallas fan. But yeah, I think the Wild would definitely have deserved it to go on a little bit of a run. Maybe to a Stanley Cup final run. Not sure about that. But the way they played in recent time, I cannot vote against Dallas. So Dallas in 5. Okay, second round matchup we will have Edmonton against Winnipeg, Colorado against Dallas, the Rangers and the Islanders, and Boston against Toronto. Let's start with the West. Edmonton and Winnipeg, the Jets will be very happy after beating the Vegas Golden Knights. But the Oilers on the run, they are on right now. The Jets will not be able to stop them. Oilers in 5. Colorado against Dallas. If this really happens, yeah, I will be rooting for Colorado. But the Stars do have a chance. I think this will go down to the wire. If this is really the second round matchup, I expect this series to go to 7 games. And I expect in the end that Jamie Benn will make the difference. Dallas in 7. In the East, Rangers and the Islanders. The Rangers will have home ice advantage in this one. But the Crosstown series, this is absolutely the dream matchup for everybody in New York, having a second round matchup between the Rangers and the Islanders. And I think in the end, the Rangers will take it in 6. Boston and Toronto. Can you dream of a matchup better than this one in the second round? I can't. The Bruins, who had this fantastic regular season, but the Leafs, if they make it to the second round, they won the first time they won a series in 19 years. The Leafs, they can do it. Toronto in 6. Okay, conference final. Toronto Maple Leafs and the New York Rangers. This will be just fantastic. In the end, I think if this really happens, the Rangers will go to the Stanley Cup final. Who will they play? Dallas or Edmonton? Both teams have fantastic offense. Both teams have underrated defense and underrated goaltending. I think it's the Oilers. It's their turn to get back to a Stanley Cup final. The first for Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and their gang. So we have a Stanley Cup final, Edmonton Oilers and the New York Rangers. I think the Oilers will have home ice advantage in this one. And I think, yeah, it's time to bring a cup back to Canada for the first time in 30 years. I think the Oilers will do it. Connor McDavid will raise the cup first. The Oilers to win the Stanley Cup in 2023. Okay, that was my bracket. What do you think? Who do you think will win the Stanley Cup in 2023? Let me know in the comment section below, and let's have a nice discussion about that. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and see you soon with more. Yeah, I have one more video where I will hand out the trophies. This will come on Tuesday, and then I have more jersey unboxings because, yeah, there was another box that came in from Ben. I will open it soon, and let's see what comes out of there. Thank you very much for watching again. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and see you soon back on the channel. Have a good time. Goodbye.